I believe I'm one of few people who got so far with WorkCover Queensland without signing a non-disclosure agreement. And I feel it's in the best interest of the public to share this. This is relevant for all workers in Australia. Employers pay premiums to workers' compensation schemes in each state and territory to ensure that injured workers get the medical treatment they need to return to work. But many workers never get that support. I didn't, and the process of making a WorkCover claim left me with PTSD, depression, and severe anxiety. My family are now left crowdfunding to try and cover the bills and medical expenses. This is not okay. In 2018, I had a workplace injury that resulted in a cerebrospinal fluid leak. I've been living with constant, severe, and debilitating pain, which has restricted me to bed for 6 years as of March 2024. WorkCover paid for treatment of my CSF leak for 14 months. Then in 2020, WorkCover refused to fund my medical procedures until a tribunal, paid by WorkCover, reviewed my case. This tribunal should have occurred within 6 to 8 weeks. I waited over 2 years. I feel the tribunal was purposely delayed to avoid paying for my medical procedures. In 2022, the tribunal, made up of 3 independent medical examiners paid by WorkCover, ruled I did not have a CSF leak, despite all the evidence, which included extensive proof from medical imaging and from spinal and brain surgeries, the support of 24 different treating specialists, the support of my employer, and WorkCover themselves confirming my CSF leak injury in writing multiple times. In 2022, WorkCover's tribunal ruled that instead of a CSF leak, I had a lesser condition of cervicogenic headache, which was one of a few misdiagnoses I received immediately following my injury. To be clear, I have a CSF leak. I do not have a cervicogenic headache. My doctors had already explored and ruled out this condition in 2018. There's a long paper trail documenting this finding, which WorkCover had in their possession. I suspect WorkCover planned to use that paper trail at a later date to terminate my claim. To move forward with WorkCover, I would have had to claim the type of injury I didn't have. That didn't sit right with me. The methods used by Queensland WorkCover were to discredit my diagnosis and stop funding my medical procedures were the same or very similar to methods documented in investigations into interstate workers' compensation schemes. These include deliberate delays to processing workers' claims and making decisions, rejecting or terminating injured workers' claims without sufficient evidence, prioritising the opinions of independent medical examiners, IME for short, who are paid by WorkCover and not always specialists in the relevant field, ignoring the informed reports of the workers' treating specialists, using IMEs who repeatedly terminate workers' claims, as documented in these publicly available emails, allowing workers' comp staff to cherry-pick which documents are sent to IMEs, disregarding relevant evidence from treating doctors, giving financial rewards and penalties to workers' comp staff to increase profits by limiting support given to injured workers, as documented in these publicly available emails. I experienced most of these examples firsthand with WorkCover Queensland. Battling WorkCover felt impossible. It's dehumanising, invalidating and hurtful. Fighting for the basic care feels like a fight for your life, because you are fighting to get back to your life and they treat you like a criminal for it. After my experience, I don't believe seriously sick or injured people stand a chance against these big resourceful giants, with their armies of IMEs who are purposefully mistreating injured workers. One IME said to me they've been doing WorkCover assessments for 20 or 30 years straight, 10,000 reports, and thousands of hours paid by WorkCover. How independent does that sound to you? I walked away from WorkCover in 2022 because the odds were stacked against me. No matter how much evidence proved I had a work-related CSF leak, I didn't stand a chance for a fair outcome. Even though I've been done with WorkCover for more than a year, even though I have all the proof I need to back up my claim, including emails, diary entries, video diary entries when writing in bed became too painful, I still worry I'll get punished for speaking out. And the way things ended was just the cherry on top of the fucked up cake that was my 4-year fight with WorkCover Queensland. But this isn't just about me. This affects all workers in Australia, many of whom are abandoned and disabled by workers' comp schemes, unable to work and unable to afford the medical care they need. Something needs to change.